she goes in, goes in. Yeah, yeah.
Hello and welcome to the third tutorial of She Knows It. Today we're going to be creating a Java jar file which will allow us to double click on the Java jar file and it will act like an executable. You might have seen executables in Windows where they've got the file extension .exe and you can double click on those and run the program. So we're going to create something like that for Java. First thing, we're going to create a new file called mymanifest.txt. It can just be a text file. So if you open that up, what you want to type in here is which file has got the main method in it. Your hello class has got a main method in it. And you want to do 2 enters here. Make sure that you spell this out exactly the same way as I've got it here. And make sure that you've got the 2 enters. Otherwise this is not going to work, it's quite picky. And the next thing you want to do is you want to open up the terminal. Remember Windows key plus R and CMD to open up the terminal. And now we're going to browse to this test Java folder, and that's on my desktop. Now you can see there's my files that are in my test Java folder. First we better compile our hello.java class. Remember how to do that, javac hello.java. So that's compiled our Java class and given us hello.class. So now we want to create what is called a jar file. It's sort of like a zip file if you've ever created a zip file. It's just a compressed folder basically. It's special for Java. Now here's some flags that we can set. We're going to be using the C, the F and the M flags. So if you want to see what those mean, just type jar in the command line and read the description about them. Basically we're just going to say jar, CFM, and make sure it's in that order. And the first argument that you give this program is the name of the jar file that you want to create. So we're going to call ours test.jar. You can call it anything you want as long as it's a .jar at the end. And I'm going to give it my manifest.txt. So just type that in. And then you have to specify what Java class you want to be included in the jar file. We want the hello.class file included in the jar file. And you can see that I've run that and it doesn't give us any feedback, which is a good sign. And you can see it's created test.jar. I can open this up in 7-zip just to show you what's inside. So it's got hello.class and it's got a meta-inf folder, and that's our manifest.mf. So it's included our manifest, which has just got that one line in it, and it's added some other information to the manifest file as well. And to run this jar file, you just double click on it. So you can see that nothing's actually happened. Our program has run. It's just that if you have a look at our Java program that we created last tutorial, there's a whole lot of system.out statements. And what that does is it prints to the console or the terminal. Now we want to run this from Windows. We try not to run this from the terminal. And so it doesn't have a terminal to print to. If you do want to run it from the terminal, you can just type in java-jar and then the name of the jar file, test.jar. And you can see that our program runs. So I guess that's probably not what you wanted to see. So what we're going to do is, just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you how you can double click on the jar file and get a bit of a response from the program. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to import some Java libraries from javax.swing, and you put dot star there to include all the classes in that package. And down the bottom here in our main method, we're just going to stick in a line JOptionPane dot show message dialog, and we're just going to say hi. Okay, we've changed the hello.java file, so we need to first generate the hello.class file again and then test.jar. So we have to run those two steps that we did before again. So first we'll compile hello.java, and then we'll just make the .jar file again. So that's done both of those things. I was pushing the up and down arrows there before to get the previous commands that I've entered. So now if we click on test.jar, it's going to come up with a JOptionPane and say hi. So you can see that it's given us this window, and that's basically the end of this tutorial. So you'll notice that if you want to create a Java program, you'll have to get into some of the window libraries and get some windows up, because otherwise you won't be able to see anything unless you run your program from a terminal. So that's how you run Java programs from Windows by double clicking. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you next time.